I'm tongue twisted, I'm tired, but I'm gonna try to crank out a few reviews for you guys this morning. Okay, 2 Sundays ago, Leah's Perfect Gift premiered, starring Evan Roderick, Emily Arlick, and the OG Barbara Nevin. Okay, at first I thought that this movie was this year's Hanukkah movie. As you know, last couple of years, Hallmark does one Hanukkah movie. So because we see Leah starting the movie off with celebrating the 8 nights of Hanukkah, I assumed it was the Hanukkah movie, but it really wasn't. So Leah's Jewish and her boyfriend Graham is not. They celebrate Hanukkah. He really enjoys the traditions of Hanukkah. And now it's time to take Leah home for Christmas. She's excited yet nervous to meet his family. She meets his sister first. They hit it off very well. Now it's time for her to actually go home with Graham. She goes home with Graham. She meets Mr. and Mrs. Westwood, and immediately Mrs. Westwood, played by Barbara Nevin, is pretty cold, and Leah's like, she doesn't know what to do. She gives her an ornament, then she later on sees Mrs. Westwood remove the ornament. Mrs. Westwood is once again obsessed with Christmas being perfect. Leah is at the house and she's starving. But while they're doing things like decorating the tree and things like that, they're not allowed to snack. So there's no snacking. Her stomach is touching the ground. She's really wondering what she got herself into. She's really trying hard to get Mrs. Westwood to like her because her family really likes Graham and she thinks he could be the one. Now, this is the thing I never get with all these things, right? I have been some mothers' favorites. I have been other mothers' not favorites, right? For whatever the reason. For the ones that I wasn't their favorite, I just really demanded respect. Like, if she's just hell-bent on not liking me, like, there's absolutely nothing that I can do. And that's what I would say to someone in Leah's position. And if being liked by the family is such a big deal, then maybe Graham is not going to be the person for you. Now, I never understand this. The person who knows that their family is very particular in these Hallmark movies, they never give enough support to the newcomer that's trying to fit in. I felt like Graham kind of left Leah hanging several times and just said, like, it's no big deal. Of course, my mom likes you. Meanwhile, this woman is doing everything in her power to show Leah that she doesn't really care for Leah, right? Or at least that's what it appears. Finally, Leah figures out that it isn't really about her. Mrs. Westwood just wants to give her family like a perfect Christmas. And it seems like this Christmas, nothing is going right. And so Mrs. Westwood lets Leah know that she's perfect for Graham. She's never seen Graham this happy. And, it's all good. But is it? Christmas Day rolls around and they're all allowed, or Christmas Eve, I think, they're all allowed to open one present. That's like a Westwood rule. Leah gives Graham this photo album of a picture of every date they've ever had. Now, I wish I could be this type of girly, but I've never been this type of girly. Maybe for the right man, I really could be this type of girly and be like, babe, let's celebrate all the memories. Instead, I'm like, let's forget all the memories, like he never existed, okay? So she gets him this photo album, and it's all these wonderful pictures of them, right? He's so touched by it. Now she goes to open up his gift, and it's a freaking gift basket. It's like some cheese and crackers. No, he didn't. Some freaking cheese and crackers. And Leah's just taken aback because the whole time she's trying to get Mrs. Westwood to love her. What she really needed to think about is Graham seeing her in a future sense the way she's seeing him in a future sense. And it doesn't look it. When I saw that basket, I could have came through that thing and slapped him myself. I thought it was just super inconsiderate and given what her gift was. One way Christmas Day rolls out, and it turns out Graham ends up proposing. I mean, there's not much to say about this movie. I would give it a 7, meaning it's watchable. And, I thought the cast did a pretty good job given the script. But once again, probably nothing I would re-watch. And it sucks because I'm hearing from so many Hallmarkies that are saying this 2024 season, it has been the worst one in the last couple of years. 2022 and 2023 was so much stronger with these original scripts, the cast, the laughing, the memories, the crying. Right now, it's giving lackluster and it's giving May. Though I do think tuning into Leah's Perfect Gift. You can add it to your collection, especially if you're a multi-faith family and you want to enjoy the holidays together. This is a movie that definitely brings Jewish traditions and Christian traditions together, and we see how it all merges together. So if you're wondering if Leah says yes, she does say yes to Graham. They are going to get married. Now, my only question is, I was wondering, was he already planning on proposing and that cheese basket was just like to throw her off the trail? Because, usually in the movie you see a lot of behind the scenes, or them talking off stage to other characters about their ideas. I really don't know if he was planning on proposing, or when he saw her face when she opened up that gift basket, if he was like, he better get it together because he's going to lose the best thing that's ever happened to him. I'm not quite sure what it was, but these two did get engaged and the movie ended. I don't know. Tune into it if you have time. At this point, I'm throwing out 7s and 8s for anything that isn't painful to me. And I've so far only had 110 in the entire season between the two channels. I don't know what to say, Hallmark. Do better. All right, on to the next review. I'll see you guys at the next one.